Grandview is Grandview all the time. It's in the ordinary. It's in every single thing I think that this church does.
We really try to put faith into practice. We try to let the things we believe show up in the ways that we live and love each other. We are a congregation who takes seriously the needs of the people around us. We listen and to show up for others with whatever gifts, whatever resources we have as individuals and as a collective.
Both lay and clergy had been working within the United Methodist system since 1972 to try to change discriminatory policies. The church began to really try to inform itself about what was going on, and it just became clear that we should become a freestanding congregation.
When we say that everyone is welcome here, we really do mean that. We mean that if you have never been to church before, if you were born and raised in the church, we mean that if you are gay or lesbian or trans. Some of the fun stuff includes our various musical ensembles. We have an adult choir, we've got a praise band. There are so many ways to be involved. Our kids do things with our grown-ups, and we try and bring as much intergenerational, multi-generational spirit to the things that we do, knowing that there's wisdom coming from people in all different ages and stages of life.
This congregation focuses on the priorities that Jesus articulates in what sometimes people call his inaugural speech. Loving people, loving God, that's really at the heart of what we do.
So I grew up here. I began attending when I was a teenager, and at that point I was aware of my sexuality. I identify as a gay woman, and I'm very proud of that fact. It has shaped a lot of who I am, including who I am as a person of faith. And when I came to Grandview, I wasn't sure if that would be acceptable here, so I was reluctant to sharing immediately, but pretty quickly it became clear that this was a place where I could be exactly who I am.
I feel like when your spirit and what you're actually doing aren't consistent with each other, you just feel really torn apart. For me personally, and I think for a lot of people here, that moment of, yes, we have an opportunity to just be exactly who God is calling us to be, was a relief as well as just a sense of hope and possibility. There is a huge shortage of churches like this and all over the place, and we're particularly aware of that here. This used to be a little neighborhood church that everybody walked to. Now they drive from multiple counties to get here on a Sunday morning. People here really do live their faith all week long, and they'll say, I've been changed by this place.
Our tagline to our vision is making gentle a bruised world. Through being here at Grandview, I have become gentler. I'm more hopeful, and that's just because of the interaction and the love that is shared back to me.
So Grandview is a unique church, and I don't want that to be the case moving forward. I want there to be many churches or places where people can experience the wholly affirming welcome that they do experience here. I think often people have this idea of church where it's a place you have to leave parts of yourself either at the door or at home, and here we say bring your whole self. We will do our very best to know you and to love you as you want to be loved.